for the Form 4 and Form 5 students. Okay, for statistics, this is a very important subtopic, variance and standard deviation. So today we will focus on the formula for variance and standard deviation. We have two formulae for variance. Okay, one is we call as sigma square. When we call sigma square is variance. Okay, you must know how to read. Is equal to summation bracket x is actually your data minus x with the line is called mean square over n is number of data, or you can read as variance equal to sum of the x square is read as sum of the data square over number of data minus mean square. Okay, variance is equal to sum of data square over number of data minus mean square. So that is variance formula. Okay, followed by just one step further, you square root your variance, you will get standard deviation. The formula is actually almost the same. It's just that you need to square root your variance. Okay, so meaning that if let's say I am having variance equal to 81, so my standard deviation is square root of 81. So standard deviation is equal to 9. Positive value, no negative value. Okay, if I'm having, let's say, standard deviation is 2, so my variance is 2 square. So variance is 4. Okay, see that? Good. Let's discuss the formula for variance and standard deviation. So we want to find the variance for the set of data with 2, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, first of all, you notice that if you want to find variance or standard deviation, the first step is you must find mean. Mean means you take all the data, you plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 divided by 5. So the mean is 4.4. Okay, after you got the mean, then we will substitute into the formula. Okay, so we will choose the first formula. The first formula is you take the data, then you minus the mean. Okay, that means you take 2 minus 4.4, you square, and plus 4 minus 4.4 and square, plus 5 minus 4.4 and square, plus 5 minus 4.4 and square, and finally it's 6 minus 4.4 and square over total number of data, which is 5. So your answer is 1.84. Okay, there's another formula which is you take the data, you square. So we call it sum of data square. That means the data is 2, you use the data, you square, plus 4 square, plus 5 square, plus 5 square, plus 6 square over 5, because number of data is 5. Then minus the mean square. Mean is 4.4. Okay, so this formula, it looks like shorter a bit lah, compared to the just now the one. But you must know both the formula, okay? Both of the formula also important, because especially the first one, you tell you the meaning of the variance. Okay, so you can use two way to do for variance. Okay, if they ask for square root standard deviation, you just square root your answer. Okay, let's see example 8. Determine the standard deviation of the data 5, 7, 8, 8, 10, 13, 15, 16, 16, 20. So the first step is you find what? Find mean. Mean means that you find the summation of all the data divided by number of data. So you add everything 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 10 plus 13 plus 15 plus 16 plus 16 plus 20. Divide by total. You got 10 data. Okay, divide by 10. So your mean is 11.8. Okay, after you find your mean, you can find variance. Just use a sum of the data square. That means you square, you sum. 5 square plus 7 square plus 8 square plus 8 square plus 10 square plus 13 square plus 15 square plus 16 square plus 16 square plus 20 square over 10 minus the mean square. Okay, minus 11.8 square. So then you got variance 21.56. If you want standard deviation, you just square root your variance. That is your standard deviation. Okay. Okay, for example 9, let's see. You are given a table shows the number of books read by a group of pupils in a particular month. So, okay, so you're asking to find the variance and standard deviation. So for this one, because you're having frequency, so what you need to do is you take frequency times the data. You want to find the mean, you must take frequency times the data. Summation of frequency times data over the total frequency. So you take 3 times 0 plus 5 times 1 plus 8 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4 over total number of pupils. That is called frequency. So 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2. So your mean is 1.75. So if you want to use the first method is you find the difference between the data and the mean. So you can take variance equal to 3 times 0 minus 1.75 square plus 5 times 1 minus 1.75 square plus 8 times 2 minus 1.75 square plus 2 times 3 minus 1.75 square plus 2 times 4 minus 1.75 square over 20. Total frequency is 20. So there is a little bit different with the just now. So you have to take the frequency multiply. Okay, alternative method is, okay, if you want to find variance, use a shorter formula. You have to take the frequency also. Frequency times the 0 square plus 5 times 1 square plus 8 times 2 square plus 2 times 3 square plus 2 times 4 square over 20 minus 1.75 square. That is the mean. So your answer is 1.2875. So there are two methods to do. So I want you to observe the info zone. The mean is summation of fx over summation of f. Okay, this one is if they give you a table with a frequency. And then the variance, the formula is summation of f. There's a fx minus mean x square over summation of f. Or you can use a variance equal to summation of the fx square over summation of f minus the mean square. So that means you have to multiply the frequency lah, compared to just now. For the data without frequency, you just no need to use a frequency multiply by the data. Okay, understand? Okay, now, okay, when we have the data given in a table form with a frequency, so we'll use these three formula. The first one is finding mean, sum of the fx over sum of the f. After you find the mean, if you want to use the first variance formula, which is longer, that is sum of frequency times the data minus the mean square over sum of the frequency. Or you can use a shorter formula, which is variance equal to sum of the fx square over sum of the f minus mean square. Okay, this is alternative method 2. For alternative method 2, you need to form a frequency table with the data x X is data, F is a frequency, and you need to find frequency times the data one by one. Example, 0 times 3, 0, 1 times 5, 5, 2 times 8, 16, 3 times 2, 6, 4 times 2, 8. And you also need to square your data and times to the frequency. That is called frequency times the data square. So you will take 3 times 0, 0, and then 5 times 1, 5, 8 times 4, 32, 2 times 9, 18, and 2 times 16, 32. Then you have to sum up your frequency. Summation of the frequency is 20. Summation of the frequency times the data is 35. And summation of the frequency times the data square is equal to 87. Then only you find the mean, which is summation of the fx over summation of the f. So 35 over 20 equal to 1.75. And then you find the variance. Variance is equal to summation of the fx square over n minus mean square. So it's 87 over 20 minus 1.75 square. So the answer is 1.2875. By using the frequency table, this is also a very systematic method to find variance. Okay, for question number 3, please follow the video to show you how to find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, let's discuss question 3. Step 1, write the formula. Choose a short formula for the variance. And then take the data one by one. You square and then you plus. 5 square plus 7 square plus 6 square plus 9 square plus 12 square plus 10 square plus 10 square plus 13 square divided by 8. And then you minus mean square. Mean means you have to sum up the data. That's mean square. Sum up, so you 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 10 plus 10 plus 13 divided by 8, and you square. Then you press your calculator, you get 7, and standard deviation is square root of 7, which is equivalent to 2.646. Answer we prefer in 4 significant figure. Okay, so this is a formula, and this is a sum of the data square. Okay, sum of data square divided by total number of data minus total sum up of the data divided by 8, that is mean, and answer is 7. So standard deviation is square root of 7, so you got 2.646. Okay, after you do, please double check your answer using calculator, because I had teach you how to use a calculator to double check your answer. But in exam, you have to show the proper step like this. Okay, marks will be given for the working. If you show the step clearly, then they will give you 1 mark for sum of data square. Okay, and then the mean also they will give you marks. So please show your working clearly and make sure everything is systematic. Alright. Okay, so for the next question B, you try to do on your own. Maybe you can pause the video and then you try on your own, see whether you can get the answer or not. If really cannot get the answer, then you can just refer to my video and find out what is the mistakes, and try to practice more so that you can do without mistakes. Okay, so now we will discuss question B. First, step 1, write the shortcut formula, variance. First of all, you take the data, you square it one by one, you plus, okay, over total number of data, then you minus the mean square. So answer is 24.86 for variance. So standard deviation, you need to square root your answer, become 4.986. Okay, answer must be in 4 significant figure. So maybe after you do, you try to double check, see whether you are doing, especially the sum of data square. Try to press your calculator again, and the mean also you double check. Okay, press your calculator to confirm you are getting the right answer. Okay, because there are so many data here, maybe you will miss out one or two. So please do it carefully. Okay, so if you do it carefully, you check with the calculator, I'm sure you can get perfect answer. So please try to use a short formula, because this is simpler and easier and save your time compared to the other formula whereby you find the difference between the data and the mean. So that one is a bit time consuming. But if you free, you can try to use a formula to find out whether you will get the same answer or not. So you should get the same answer, because a shortcut formula is actually the simplified formula from the formula that I mentioned just now. For this question, number 4, you are given a table with a frequency, number of players. So I will show you how to find the variance and standard deviation of the distribution above. Okay, the table below shows a number of the goals scored by 20 football players. So you want to find the variance and standard deviation. Step 1 is you write the formula, sum of fx squared over n minus mean square. So remember, you have to take the frequency times the x squared over n minus sum of fx over n squared. Okay, the n is the total frequency. So let's see how to do. First of all, you take the frequency. Okay, frequency is 3 times 0 square plus 5 times 1 square plus 6 times 2 square plus 5 times 3 square plus 1 times 4 square over total frequency minus the mean square. Okay, the mean square is 3 times 0 plus 5 times 1 plus 6 times 2 plus 5 times 3 plus 1 times 4. That is total fx over 20, then the whole thing square. Okay, then you press your calculator carefully. So in short, we will say sum of the data square over sum of frequency minus sum of the fx over sum of the frequency, which is the mean, and then square. So your answer is 1.26 for variance. Then for standard deviation, you just one step further, you square root 1.26, you will get 1.122. Okay, that is the standard deviation. Give your answer in 4 significant figure, and always double check carefully your frequency multiply by the score x one by one. Double check to make sure you won't make careless mistake. Okay, so this is your homework for today. So I have a table for you with the age and number of participants. So you need to find the variance and standard deviation, okay, using both formula. And also I want you to use a frequency table to do. That means you should have 3 methods of doing for this question. So please do and send to me by today. is variance, equal to sum of the data square over n minus mean square. Okay, please do according to my instruction and send your homework to my Gmail account by today. Thank you. Okay, for this question, the working is a bit complicated, so you need to double check your answer. Make sure you get perfect answer, especially when you multiply and then you square. So sometimes you forget to square. Okay, so you have to double check. Use your calculator to double check your answer. Actually, you can also use a table to do, because for data in a table form, we encourage you to use table to do. So maybe you create a table with column X, then you another column is frequency, then you multiply the frequency with the X one by one, and you prepare the column X square. Okay, you square all the data from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you create another column, frequency times X square.